Friends, I am Narsiman. I am your inspirational trainer. Today I am here to speak about positive thinking. The reason now, let's see that how to think positive. It's a difficult challenge. Okay, I do understand that people say that it's easy to say that think positive even in the worst scenario. It's easy to say, but it's very difficult to implement. I do agree that when things are really not good, when there is a crisis, to think positive, it's very difficult for any human being. But there are possibilities to look at it. How is it? The easiest way is stop thinking negative. As somebody they said, the easiest way is stop thinking negative. I know it is difficult, it is not easy, but yes, we should look from that perspective. Understand one thing is that for every problem there is a solution, irrespective it is long term or short term, it is there, every problem has a solution. But if your mind is not allowing you to think, then it is very difficult to come out of this situation. So every problem, may it be a smaller problem or a bigger problem or whatever solution, every problem has a solution, irrespective it is short term or a long term, but there is a solution. Of course, I am sorry for the married man who handled the spouse, but yes, there is no solution to it. But in general, every problem has a solution. And where there is no solution, there are problems where there is no logic, there is no solution, then the only alternative is that you leave all your problems to God and ignore the problem because that is beyond your capability to solve. You'll leave it off in dead glow and also give it to God and say, God, please do take care of my problem. Of course, for every problem, God is the solution, but as God has given you your hands, legs, and your entire mind to work on yourself, you should try our level best. When things are not happening, please don't get worried. Whatever there is a problem, maybe it is smaller or bigger, leave it to God. And whenever it is, try your level best to understand what is the solution is. And what can be worst ever situation as per me, which you cannot ignore. As per me, the worst ever situation is like feeling hungry and not able to eat. Not having a shelter. I think none to call as a relationship. There are people who do not have any relationship. There are people who do not have money to eat. There are people who do not have shelter to stay, but still they are staying alone. They are staying alive because of reason that they have some hope in themselves. I think there is nothing else worse than this. But still, we get worried. Rather than these, all other problems are really not big. If you are able to have your food, if you have a shelter, if you have relationships to share with, I don't think so there is any other problem which is bigger than this. If there is anything else, that is only our thought process which makes it big. More than problems, we actually think big. The problem could be very, very smaller, but we think it more bigger. And which is why it becomes negative. As we say, whenever there is a toothache, the toothache is there, definitely there. But the more we talk about it, the more we think about it, the more we think about it, it becomes more bigger problem. But if you just ignore it, you let it go, I don't think so the pain makes you to feel that much of pain. It's only the feeling of the problem is more bigger than the actual problem is. As I said, if you are having food to eat, if you have a shelter, if you have somebody to share with your relationship, I don't think so anything else is bigger than the actual problem is. So please do think positive. Now, the easiest other way is to share your problem with people. I know nobody will come to you for help. None of the people will come to you for help. But yes, people will share their problems. You will say that, okay, fine, I am wearing only one piece of cloth. They will say that I don't have that also. So people, when they share the problem, you feel, then you understand that there is one, either your problem is very common. Whatever you feel that I am having such a big problem, when you share with 4-5 people, then you will understand that the problem is very common. Then you don't feel uncomfortable. Or the other way is, possibilities you feel that your problem is much, much lesser than the other person's problem. I am here to share you a story. In a church, there were a group of people saying that, okay, God, I have so much of problem, I have this problem, I have that problem. The priest called up all the people and said, please write your problems on a slip. Please write your problem on your slip and do not put your name, put it in that particular box. We will see that how we can exchange a problem and sort out your problem or make your problem smaller. They exchanged the problem. My problem was given to somebody else and somebody else's problem came to me. And when they exchanged the problem, then I understood that my problem was much start taking back their own, say that my problem is fine, I am comfortable with my own issues. Other people have much bigger than the actual what I have. So, whenever you have a problem, please try to share. Do not feel ashamed or do not feel that you are the only person having this kind of problem. But please do share so that yes, you don't get any help, but at least you come to understand that either it is a common problem or your problem is lesser than other people. Now, how to ignore all these external factors? We at times get more worried because of the external factors. What are these external factors? Like we have job, we have assets like car, relationship, social prestige, your financial status does not matter as long as your spouse and child is with you. People associated with you for all these do not care for you. At times we feel little bit worried because we cannot share with others. Okay, we lose a job, we feel ashamed that okay, what my friend will think. I lose my flat, I feel that what my friend will think. I am not able to pay my car loan EMI, I feel that what will happen. I have lost my girlfriend, I feel that okay, my girlfriend left me and went. So many things which are external factors which you get worried because of reason. What my neighbor will think, what my friend will think, what others will think, what will be my status in the market. Don't be worried because those who are associated with you for these reasons will come back to you when things are again normal. And those are people who are not to be worried about. So these are external factors which you should ignore. Everything in life is recreatable. Whatever you created today, believe me, that you have only created all these or you have developed all these designation, assets, relationship. This all has been done by you yourself. You can recreate everything when things are really good. But yes, if confidence is lost, nothing can come back. But yes, as I said, if confidence is lost, nothing can come back. All things can be recreated. Everything can be recreated. All the relation lost can be regained. But yes, if a confidence is lost, nothing can come back. So please be always positive. If everything is lost, still nothing is lost as long as your confidence is there with you. Open your mouth. People have fear of rejection. Before I ask something, I feel that if he says no, then what? Before I propose, I feel that the girl says no, then what? Before I go for an interview, I may get rejected in the interview. This is something which is fear of rejection. Before even you start thinking about the result. Don't be worried. If you are having a problem, ask people or the necessary connection. Whenever you need a help, do not have a fear of rejection. Because today there are great peoples who were bankrupt. But if you see, like today, there are great people whom I do not want to come up with a name. There are people who are celebrities who went into bankruptcy. But they opened the mouth, asked for a job, asked for at least some role. And today you see they are shining back again because they are very humble and they open the mouth. They know very well that they are very positive. They are mentally strong. They don't mind about people. They do not care about people. They know themselves what they are. So please do have confidence in yourself. Do not have any kind of external factors which affects you, and please do not have fear of rejection before you ask. Be stronger than crisis or crisis will swallow you. This is a very, very favorite statement to my own self. I have faced so many crises in my life and I have been stronger enough to handle the crisis because I believe that I am much stronger than the crisis. Face every situation boldly. Any situation, please do handle it boldly. Be mentally strong and say to yourself, nothing can thrash me down. I will thrash the worst situation. Be mentally strong and say to yourself, nothing can thrash me down. I will thrash this worst situation or the scenario or whatever troubles you. You will thrash the situation. Maybe in short term, you will handle it. I like to say, nothing is lost. Nothing is lost, friends, until you are self-confident and patient enough. Every situation is temporary. There is nothing permanent in the world, so as your problems are also not permanent, but have patience to handle the problem. Face the people, face the situation, be self-confident. If you're not confident, then the problems can become more worse. Nothing is lost as long as you are self-confident and patient enough to handle it. If you lose everything, please do hear to the statement. If you lose everything and still two things are there with you, if you lose everything and still two things are there with you, you keep it alive, then everything can come back. If you lose everything and still two things are there with you and you keep it alive, everything can come back. One, that is yourself, and second is your own self-confidence. At times people lose themselves. You can see there are people now not able to bear the problem, not able to bear the situation, commit suicide. They have lost themselves. There are people who are spending lakhs of money in the hospital just to be fine and come back to being alive. There are people who spend a lot of money in order to become alive, and there are people who commit suicide just because they are not able to face this situation. Your mother and father had taken care of you so much. They had taken so much of pain to get you into this world, and they have created you and made you to grow to that level. But what will happen to those people if you commit a mistake? They commit suicide, and then there's no use. So first, keep yourself alive, and second is keep yourself and your confidence alive. If yourself and your confidence is alive, then everything can come back in due course. Anything you lose or lost is also the thing which was bought by you. Today, if you lose something, you lose your asset, you lose the relationship, you lose anything is also being created by you. So you are a creator, you can create it back. But have patience. Think positive. Take care of your family and health. Rest will follow. The only thing which you'll have to take care of you, your family and your health, remaining all things can follow. Please be patient enough to handle the situation and also be self-confident to handle the situation. If you are confident enough, if you are patient enough to handle the situation with the positive hope, I think everything else can be back.